Someone at school said that I couldn't make Tetris from scratch, so I decided to prove them wrong and to make Tetris in just one day. Here's how I did it. And hey, if you like these videos, consider subscribing. It's free. The first step to making a Tetris clone is to be signed into your account. Why am I not? Then, we're gonna create a new project, code the game, and we're done. Okay, that's cool and all, but how did I make the game? Well, that's a very good question, mister. Alright, so, to make Tetris, we first need to understand how it works. The rules to Tetris are simple. Groups of blocks, called tetraminos, fall downwards at a constant speed. If a tetramino falls onto another block, it stops and a new tetramino is given to the player. Finally, any full line is cleared and all of the above rows move downwards. Also, if your stack gets too high, you die. Alright, now that we have a basic understanding of Tetris, we can start making it. First of all, though, because Tetris is tile-based, we're going to need to make a tile renderer. Okay, it actually wasn't that hard. Anyways, I decided to start with the most basic step first, drawing a tetramino to the screen. Simple, right? Okay, we can finally draw a tetramino to the screen. Making it fall is as easy as increasing its Y position? Let me explain. Normally, decreasing the Y position moves something down in Scratch. However, I made this engine start drawing from the top instead of the bottom. Moving it up moves it downwards because this moves it up the tile grid. This is because the tile grid is made in reading order. Now that we have that cleared up, I can talk more about the game. The next thing I wanted to implement was collision detection, which did not take another hour. Basically, I make a hitbox based on where the tiles that make up the tetramino were drawn. Then, I check those tiles, and if any of the tiles collide, revert it to the previous state before the collision. While this is kind of scuffed, it ended up working pretty well after I remembered that rotation was a thing.
Bruh.
Okay, now for something interesting. Gameplay. Not cool enough? Well, how about this? Tetris lets you move the tetramino in the player's hand, I guess, left and right. Also, you can move the tetramino down faster with the down key if you want. Finally, pressing a button, in my game's case, the Z key, you can rotate the tetramino. Super simple stuff. This was the first thing that didn't take me an entire universe rebirth to code. Now, there's just one last thing to add to my game that makes it Tetris. Line clearing. As I mentioned earlier, when a row is entirely full of blocks, it is cleared, and a set amount of points is given to the player. One thing I neglected to mention earlier is that there are 4 types of line clears. Single, double, and triple line clears for clearing 1, 2, and 3 lines respectively, and finally, a Tetris for clearing 4 lines. Each of these gives a set amount of points, which is scaled by the level number. I'm too lazy to just say them, so if you're curious, they're on screen right now. Anyways, implementing line clearing wasn't too difficult, just delete that row of the tile grid. Of course, I had to add it back so the game didn't break, so I had a blank row to the very beginning of the tile grid. This makes all of the rows move downwards automatically. It was actually surprising how easy this was to make. Now that we have all the game mechanics implemented, there are just a few more things I'd like to add. First of all, the score, level, and lines displays, like in the original NES Tetris, which, if it wasn't already clear, is the Tetris I'm basing my game off of. And finally, music and sounds. I added the main theme in the sped up version, but because Past Me isn't the sharpest tool in the shed, I made it so that the fast theme plays when your level is above 15 rather than when your stack nears the top of the screen. Other than that, I added all of the other sounds, and that was all there is to it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, you are legally obligated to like and subscribe. If you want to try the game for yourself, the link is on screen and in the description. Anyways, that's all I've got for now. I'll see you guys, hopefully, in the next video.